Your expression can never be wrong. Your angle can never be wrong. I studied at school, from primary school, with a gent called Simon Douglas. From grade 3, Simon. When we got to high school, we went to do art together. Myself, Ulwazi Nkosi, Umbuso Ndlovu, Nkosi Khona Shabalala. We were brilliant visual artists. There were some brilliant Afrikaans girls. There was this, I don't know if she was Chinese or Japanese chick who was also pretty dope. But Tina Zama out, Sasikren. And then there was Simon Douglas. Simon used to doodle. If you know what doodling is, it's like scratching around on a piece of paper. So whenever we had like a concept and a theme where Leonardo da Vinci or Salvador Dali, or we're shading, or we're playing around with different paints, Simon would always have these weird type of like Popeye things. And like at glance, you'd be like, this guy's skill is weak. And luckily it took the intelligence and the exposure of our art teacher, Mrs. Ans Bester, to go and find similar art to Simon's art and to say, this is your expression. I mean, you look at a TV show like South Park. South Park, for all intents and purposes, for many people is, if you take away the what we know it to be now, iconic social commentary masked as Popeyes and these kids, Abo Cartman and Abo Ken and whatever, it's just like horrible looking animation. And like crass, and there's swearing, and there's sex, and there's blood. What the fuck are we watching? But for someone to have an artistic angle to be like, no, dog, there's something here. There's an expression here. And Mrs. Bester went and saw that in Simon. And as young as I was then, I appreciated just that. And later on, like today, I appreciate that children have different talents and children express in different ways. People will be like, oh, you speak so well. I'm like, I might speak well because maybe that's my gift and my talent, but the way you dance, even though like you don't really know how to speak, you're very shy, but the way you move, your body is like poetry, like it entrances and enthralls people. For the next person, football is their canvas. And the way they play, I mean, you think of Ronaldinho. The guy was an artist on the field. Then you look at people that are actors. You look at people that make music. There are gents who cannot sing, baya bimba. They grew up in the church. Just mime, just mouth the words. Intwana Koto was passionate about music. I love music, but you can't sing, dog. And Intwana went like Goku. Konju Goku yapi? When he's going to like charge up to become a Super Saiyan. Whatever that place is, the tank. Is it the time chamber? Goku goes into a time chamber. Intwana went into the lab. Whether you call it to Heavy Kusta, whether you call it to Black Coffee, whether you call it DJ Khaled, whether you call it Pharrell Williams and the Neptunes, guys went into a lab. I can't really sing. Maybe not Pharrell. I can't really sing. I'm pop, maybe I'm out of shape. Ngisdudla, Timbaland, Khaled, Black Coffee Fates. I've got one arm, Espanayo. I'm Heavy K. And they made beautiful music, which goes and like touches people's hearts, inspires people, gets them excited. And you're like, no, man, just find your artistic expression. And no one can tell you that your art is wrong. I thought this was going to be short, but I just wanted to share that. You're still a creative even when you spent a long time away from your art, because art is expression. And just because you're not creating at the time doesn't mean you're not collecting experiences which you can then express. And you can choose whether to written word, poetry, paint, draw, make a movie, do a podcast, make a beat, rap, whatever.